Yo, what's good in the hood? It's your boy, TWI, $T, Uncle Twist in the mix,
What's good? It's your boy Sincere, aka Sin, aka Sin Simma. Who got the keys to the Beamer?
You already know the boy get busy. You ask who is he? It's your boy Tizzy. Showtime. You already know what it is. Man Dem podcast all day.
Follow the Man Dem podcast at Man Dem podcast. That's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Toronto West End, done.
Welcome to Man Dem Podcast. You already know what it is. Episode 27.
Yep.
Thank you for locking in. A lot of things to talk about. Good, the bad, the ugly. You already know.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, right? Talk about some milestones being celebrated. Let's talk about the person we're all indifferent about on this table. The Mamba. Mr. Kobe Dean Bryant.
I like how you made that sound, Twist, the snake sound.
39 plus.
39 plus a middle finger.
Let's not get too specific.
He's in the 40-40 club now.
Yeah, salute, man. I never really fancied with his game a lot, especially, certain things against the Raptors, so forth and so on. But, I like retired Kobe, so I hope he's enjoying, the 40-40 club.
Happy birthday to Kobe.
When
I still...
it's a love-hate thing.
So love-hate. I like retired Kobe because, you're not being disrespectful to the Raptors, you know what I mean? But...
the score even posted the commercial with him and Jalen Rose.
Yeah.
I never get tired of watching that, man. The 81
It's like I laugh but cry.
Yeah.
I have like a single tear every time I see
Jalen laughs on the outside, but he's weeping inside.
And I like the facial reaction. That's what sells the commercial. His stone cold facial reaction, and Jalen's like, really, nigga? You know what I mean? So salute to the Mamba, man.
That's how I be looking.
And also, I think he got a new energy drink line too. So that's gonna compete against Gatorade. So we'll see. Shout out this new,
Kobe?
Shout out his new line. Yeah.
Yo, they saw it. Oh my God, what did they show the other day? They showed that look this up if you can. He had a minimal investment in Under Armour. And that shit fucking flipped 20 times over, yo. So that guy definitely set himself up. For retirement.
And I also heard too. I think he
invested millions. That's the one, the sports drink, BodyArmor.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, BodyArmor is a body like Steph Curry, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what was his investment? Because his return is crazy.
$6 million now. It's worth $200 million.
Damn.
Flips on flips on flips.
You know what's funny?
Oh my God!
When I just Googled it, I guess he invested from 2014 because I'm seeing a Forbes article from that date.
Yeah.
So from 4 years to.
That's what's
would you say
crazy,
6 million to
6 million now is 200 million.
200 million. Sorry, excuse me. Damn.
Yeah, right now salute because even for us as the fans and the sports enthusiasts, it's crazy to me because the details. This guy signs a 3-year contract, 70 mil, and then you hear after they were famous, the bankruptcies and shit like that. I'm always like, yo, someone you have M's to play with. How does a bankruptcy thing come into hand? You're telling me you gotta take care of your entourage and shit, but Magic, Kobe, guys like that, they saw the bigger spectrum. The sports side, and after, you have to hang up the sneakers. So salute to the Mamba, man. That Under Armour thing is retarded. You got a vitamin water with 50 or some shit. That flip back is when you invest 6, 200 M's.
People over at Gatorade are sweating a little bit now.
Salute to Mamba.
And also too, Kobe is launching a youth sports focused podcast. It's called The Punies.
Nice.
Yeah, I just read that today. So,
keeping busy.
Adding to his, entertainment empire, he has winning Grammys out here, starting podcasts.
Oscars for the deer.
For
the deer basketball.
Oscars.
Yeah, the Oscar.
Yeah, you might as well win a Grammy too.
Salute to that.
Might get in the studio with Shaq.
Also, let's shout out
Kung Fu Shaq Fu remix.
Shaq Fu remix.
Yeah, Shaq is actually one of the decent basketball rappers.
Just putting it lightly.
It's gonna be Shaq, Kobe, and out of retirement.
Multi.
Steven Jackson and Ron Artest.
Tyra Banks.
Oh,
For
God.
the remix.
Yo, man, with that, man.
Who else have we got? That's Challenger birthday.
Gina, you already know what it
Crack.
is. Joey Crack.
Slim Joe, man. You need to switch that name officially.
Drugs is the key to
You
success.
survived definitely the test of time, man. Like, Fat Joe's weathered it, man. Like, he's been in, like, you know, Flo Joe, whatever it was. He's seen the game. Even at some point, you're like, okay, yeah, Fat Joe's done. Like, he just keeps finding a way to reinvent himself and stay relevant with the times. And, you know what I mean? Even though I feel like, you know, not really essentially compromising his sound and his style.
True.
You know?
I agree with that.
He definitely stays within the time. So salute to Joe Crack, because there's a long time, for a minute, I never really like Fat Joe, man. I felt like he's trying to act like Suge Knight too much.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, yeah.
You know, like, I guess those guys were bigger men and put that behind them for Chris Lighty, you know, rest in peace.
For sure, for some praise.
So, you know, shout out to Fat Joe, man. I like Fat Joe. His energy's proper nowadays. You know?
Like you said.
I like that good energy. You know?
And like whether it's him coming out with What's Love, you know, for the Joanna Man soundtrack. That was the crossover single, though. You can see that really kind of put him on other people's radar. And then Lean Back was a massive one for him, and then all the way up. So like he keeps coming with, you know, songs to keep himself relevant in the game. Make It Rain, of course, yeah.
Oh my God, freaking so much more. Flipping Take Me Home with Terror Squad.
Yep.
When he was helping Bossa Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even like Jose, like Jealous Wants to Envy, like My Lifestyle.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
My lifestyle.
Oh my gosh, like you think about John Blades.
Yeah.
You know? Like Fat Joe, he's done it, man.
And then the
Fat
stuff
Joe put in his work.
and even the stuff him and Pun did too, man. Twins, man, jumping on Capital Punishment, you know.
All day, man.
The Terror Squad imprint too, like for him to even like have somebody like Big Pun, Twin, like in his arsenal, and even relationship with Khaled too, to see where Khaled is too.
That's
like,
right. Yeah.
Fat Joe, he really put in his work. Sometimes I feel like maybe he's underappreciated, but still here in the game, like still making hits, as you said, all the way up.
And Remy Ma too, yeah.
Yeah, so to this day he's still doing his thing, and apparently there's more to come too. So
yeah, salute Joey the Don for that.
And who's our third birthday show?
We got to talk about one of the founding forefathers of the Avengers.
The Evil Empire.
You know what I mean? Mr.
My God, so they all kill us.
Mr. fucking Liquid Swords, the genius, Jizza. With the resurrection on the beats, you know what I mean? Pop, man. Jizza.
Nastiest sound bites, man.
Like, we all have our different Faye Wu members and all that, but
stuck in this car.
Y'all know freaking Liquid Swords. Liquid Swords is definitely my favorite solo Wu album. You know, so shout out.
I second that.
You know, Jizza, RZA, and ODB. Without those three, we don't see the greatness of Meth and Ray and Ghost.
It's true.
And Master Killer and Yuga and Donna. Like, we don't get to see these guys on those beautiful RZA compositions, you know what I mean? So, shout out Jizza, man, for those guys even masterminding that. Like, that's crazy, man.
How old did I say Jizza was again? 52.
Yeah.
Yo, man, getting fucking old.
Yeah. I feel like we've been growing with the OG, you know?
Nah, for real, man. And I definitely salute the OGs, because I mean that's the kind of hip hop I grew up. Actually, let me even talk about it, because someone tried to point it out to me, but I don't really fuck with all these new age fuckers. They asked some kid if he knew Wu-Tang, and he said no.
NBA Broke Boy, or what's his name? Or NBA, whatever. Call him bro. Yeah, it doesn't matter what his name is. He said, with Peter Rosenberg, he's like, you can't name one member. And he's like, nah, I don't really know none of their stuff. Is one of their names Wu? And that was a serious question he asked. Was one of their names Wu?
So, completely off topic. We didn't even plan to discuss this, but fuck, man, I'm tired of that shit, man. Like, stop picking up a basketball if you don't gotta do your research on shit, right? Don't pick up a basketball if you don't know Dr. James Naismith, right? Like, stop fucking saying you want to DJ and you don't know the friggin' struggle of bringing crates and vinyl. Like, all you motherfuckers want to, like, go into fields and hobbies and interests without even knowing the history of it. Like, what the fuck? you're a rapper. They say you don't know Wu-Tang, motherfucker. And like rap's allowing that. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, that shit would be career ending.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's funny too because news travels faster nowadays, right? Like back in the day, like the next month article in the source of XXL, once the editor writes that shit, you're ruined. But we have internet and all that shit, and this guy is still gonna fucking.
That guy should lose followers and listeners. Like
he still
galore.
gets a pass. Like this is fuckery, bro. Like this new generation and shit, not respecting the OGs. Like fuck that. Like clown if you want. Like say you don't know fucking DJ Jazzy Jeff or someone that is debatable. I mean, but like, you don't know Wu-Tang. Nigga.
Yeah, that guy wasn't even on my radar, but that guy's submarine levels now, man.
I'm not even surprised. The least bit surprised. He's 18, from Louisiana. Explain
Joey Badass.
I know. What?
Say explain Joey Badass. Young guys, if the real guys know what it is, man.
Joey Badass is from that cloth. Like NBA YoungBoy, I'm not expecting him to be thoroughly ingrained in hip hop. I know he knows Boosie and probably some of the more local Louisiana people because I've seen him like actually work with these people. But as much as I want to kill him for not knowing, it's like the climb. I don't know if it was hip hop culture as a whole because we accepted too much that it led to this, and now people are just getting popularity off of their music just through social media and probably the antics more than the actual music and the substance in the bars. So I'm not surprised NBA YoungBoy has absolutely no idea who Wu-Tang is.
Well, that's why I don't even fuck with these guys. Like, never gave these action bronzes. None of these niggas passes.
I feel like this guy says action bronson every week. He got a real.
I'm up a lot because this guy got a pass to fucking run around, sound like ghosts. Then he turn around and
it's still sob stories though. The music got that hairy front.
Yeah, nah. Like, I'm tired of giving these fuckboys passes.
You know what I gave? I gave him a pass, but the amount of time Showtime brought it up, like, you know what? I can't even listen to this guy's music no more.
No, you can't.
To be honest.
See, like how I'm so old school and dead set in my shit, I still haven't listened to Drake. Fucking Scorpion.
That makes two of us.
Just because of the whole, everyone's pretending he never got bodied by Push. Bigger guy card, and all of a sudden...
Tell to the Toronto fans that went to the show.
You throwing subtle shots at Kanye, bro. Like, you gotta just forget about it or own up to it, right?
Yeah.
So fuck that.
No in between.
I'm telling y'all, like, on this podcast, nigga, I ain't watching a fucking NFL game. Facts.
Oh, facts.
Like, I ain't watching the NFL game.
I'm not watching the NFL game.
Enough. That mean all this Kaepernick shit, and then that mean you're gonna fucking penalize people for anthem protest. Fuck it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm done with that.
And the whole video game with the Big Sean lyrics.
That was just reassurance to my decision.
Yeah.
I know, like, yo, bro, I'm the dude that watches Thursday night football
I know that.
every week. I fucking watch the Saturday.
Because the times I've called you and this guy ignored my call, watching.
Sunday
I know.
between 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm done. Monday night. That's me for like 17.
Sunday I was in the bar from like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm going strong.
I'm done with it, bro.
Almost a prime time.
Hopefully we're a paying customer, yo.
I'm done with it.
Nah, it's just
I'm done with it. If the NBA keeps going on some fuck shit, like, yo, fuck, I'm getting an older nigga. I'll pick up knitting. I go bingo house. I'll do something, yo. Like,
we're almost there, anyways.
I'll learn curling, whatever. Hey, you're right behind me, fucker.
Not too far, B.
I'm NBA young boy.
I'm just tired of this shit.
NBA
man.
old boy.
Yeah.
That guy, like, I'm glad I don't listen to this generation, right? Because, like, I'm always wondering, like, yo, I'm missing out on some talent, but for what, yo? That's ignorance, bro. Like, fuck that.
Very, very much so.
And then, this nigga wants to get slapped with that big bang.
Yes, gentlemen. All great things must come to an end. I know you guys are fans of this show, or, we used to be either way. But they announced this week. CBS.
Why would I be a fan? I ain't got no invested interest. It's not like the motherfuckers named some main character after me and stuff.
Anyways, CBS and Warner Brothers announced this week that the Big Bang Theory next season, which is going to be their 12th, is going to be their final season. So I'm just going to read a little blurb.
Single tier.
Going to read a little blurb that they gave Variety. We are forever grateful to our fans for the support of the Big Bang Theory during the past 12 seasons. We, along with the cast, writers, and crew, are extremely appreciative of the show's success and aim to deliver a final season and series finale that will bring the Big Bang Theory to an epic creative close. So this show premiered way back September 24th, 2007. So,
damn, 2000.
Yeah. standing the test of time. What do you guys say, or do you think it's dropped off significantly where it was?
It's crazy because I started watching Big Bang Theory in 2010, so 3 years after it came out, right? Because I was just like hearing how these people talk about.
Yeah, I know you don't catch on the wave. What's happening with Breaking Bad? Anyways.
Yeah, I don't like waves. Nigga. Creative and surfer, nigga.
Didn't Kanye have a song called Waves? Who's that?
But Big Bang Theory is definitely. I mean, it's crazy because you get so indifferent with a show's success, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to show success, you get to see people like latch on late, and then you kind of feel like certain things may be getting watered down. And then starts getting like syndicated everywhere, so you start seeing it a lot more, right? So, I mean, those things kind of be again, it's on every freaking channel, but that means just doing well. So, I love the show, man. Fucking Raj is Raj. You know what I mean? Howard is just a pervert. You know what I mean? Leonard has some OG things, but he has issues as well, mommy issues. Penny can fucking
Penny's
get it.
Penny.
Yeah, Penny can get it. Bernadette's a freak. Right?
With that high voice.
Amy, man. You know what I mean? And then Stuart.
I like Stuart, man.
Stuart. I like the black woman from 227, right? The one they use in the hospital all the time.
Oh yeah. Will Smith's mom.
The robot.
The robot arm was stuck.
Yeah. So definitely shout out Big Bang.
I watched it from 07.
Yeah.
Like when it first dropped, because my family, we used to watch Roseanne. So Leonard's from Roseanne. He's a character on Roseanne.
Leonard and what's her name again? The girl that he's always pining him and Howard. Yeah,
the other one that works in the university. I forget her name of the show. Anyways, it's not coming to right now. But I remember them. She was Darlene in Roseanne. But I remember both of them. And Sheldon's mom. I'm forgetting. Sheldon's mom was on Roseanne as well.
Yeah.
So because of that, because I always liked those characters, and then Penny from, 8 Simple Rules, I used to kind of watch. What's his name? John Ritter from Three's Company, rest in peace. Yeah, so I used to somewhat watch that show. So when I saw the pairing, I'm like, let me give it a chance. Mm-hmm. And I like the humor. I love the humor. I love Sheldon's humor. Sheldon's
dry humor.
This Sheldon across from me too. He has some decent humor too.
Nah, he has zero. He has zero.
I don't like strangers. No time.
So what would you guys say? Where would you guys rank this since it's coming to end compared to shows? Other long sitcoms like Seinfeld, Frasier, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Third Rock from the Sun.
I could compare it to 1 to 10 though.
Yeah.
1 to 10. Based off of what is done in long term and shit, I give it a 9.25.
Okay.
That's fair. I'm not giving 9.5.
So it's gonna be syndicated. A lot of people are always gonna be checking and watching for it.
Yeah, it's gonna always be on Fox, TBS, Flip It, Fox, TBS, Comedy Network. You already know, right? Forever and ever. So shout out
for Big Bang for sure.
I mean, and that's because even in Big Bang, I started I just say pining. Wow.
Still do.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But I say things like coitus now.
Coitus. We stepped up our vocabulary.
Yeah, you know what I mean? As I tell a girl, I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? My toes are curly, you want to fornicate. You know what I'm saying? So, I switched up the slang, like Cardi. But, let's talk about let's talk about some Toronto slang. Or lack thereof, or, just being beat down to death.
I'm posing a question to you guys because, with the popularity of pages like Six Buzz on Instagram, Toronto guy, Cody.
That guy's funny.
It's funny as hell.
That fuck is
funny. Just seeing people embracing Toronto now that is popular. Drake's on top of the rap game. This is a sought after city to come to party and just experience the culture. But if we reminisce on times we were coming up and the identity crisis that our city was having before this, I love Toronto.
Identity crisis? What are you talking about? You have to man's put on fake accents during August and shit.
Exactly. So now that it's popularized, I'm seeing, a lot more younger kids using, slang that we came up on, that we probably were getting crucified for, or like, people just having a stereotype of, people that use the particular slang that we use, infused with the hip hop culture, reggae, West Indian slang, whatnot. Do you feel like the slang's being appropriated or kind of like forced? Because sometimes now I'm hearing these kids, I'm like, it doesn't even sound natural coming out there. Like if they're saying, yo, done, no, man, dem, wagwan, link up, like certain just words, I feel like it's almost not natural. It's like we're so popping right now that people are overly using slang, I guess, to get notoriety. I don't know if you guys see that. What are your thoughts?
Well, what I think anyways, in terms of just people just trying to sound like us, yeah, for sure it comes off fugazi, unnatural, and sometimes it's not even called for depending the setting that you're in. But like you said, I think a big part of it is the popularity that Toronto is attracting, you know what I mean? So I guess it's a way of everyone trying to have participation points and just kind of say, I'll pick up on a few things here and there. And also, too, like things like YouTube. I know those YouTube videos, they even do things like how Brampton mans talk and all those kind of things. So when those things catch viral,
niggas are wildin'.
Yo, you guys are poking the bear. You guys are poking the bear.
It's like Brampton's like the butt of all the GTA jokes.
I saw a video of some niggas playing friggin' Wii Sports. And it was tennis, and instead of Mississauga and Vaughan, you arguing about who's not from Toronto,
and they're going back and forth.
Yo, it got like they're right beside the net, go boom, 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 like no one was giving it up. That shit is hilarious.
Yeah, that's like, what I'm talking about, man.
Everyone's always clouded everywhere, man. Like it's crazy, but I feel like Brampton gets it the most.
You guys are poking the bear. Trust me.
They're the punching bag, man.
You guys are poking the bear. Watch.
But in regards to like the slang, I'm gonna borrow from the dude Victor Santiago Noriega. Just fucking relax.
Relax.
Listen to me, man. Like you guys are fucking taking words and making them don't mean shit. Like when I call a nigga fam, I know that nigga. Yep. You know what I mean? And that's just where I came from, nigga. Like that maybe not just my area, but the time I grew up in. I hear you niggas fucking calling niggas you don't even know, walking up to a nigga like, yo, you got at your cigarette, fam? What the fuck? You're a distant relative, nigga. Why can you call a nigga fam you don't even fucking know?
The guy can hate black people for all you know.
Right?
So like, he's your family shit, when he needs the cigarette.
That shit's like whatever. And like for me personally, because I'll say this on the podcast, like nigga, like understand this, like every pocket of niggas wants to call himself Man Dem, right? I'm gonna say that, yo, niggas is chilling in York lanes in fucking 05 and 06 and beyond that. You know what I mean? Just chilling in a pack of wolves and shit. Well, some of you ended up being sheep, as you can see. But we were classified as, yo, the Man Dem are in the student center. The Man Dem are at the underground. I mean, yo, the Man Dem are going to Soul Fresh. Whatever it was, right? Some sneaker party, I don't know. Right? But like, everyone wants to use terms like Man Dem, and you know what I mean? Everyone can't be the Man Dem. Everyone can't be fam. Everyone's not your bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like those things and appropriations work for the people that come from those environments. You know what I mean? Like you're not coming from fucking Vaughan and Richmond Hill calling your pack of friends the Man Dem. The Man Dem are chilling in Tim Hortons parking lot. Like relax. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like these words are just getting watered down. I'm saying that because I'm showing you, yo, like we didn't choose to call ourselves Man Dem. Like people classified us as the Man Dem. That's who we are. So
fans from time.
If you're doing something in your mom's garage or something, and you go by the same alias or whatever it is, nigga, like your mom's garage and from the freaking stop sign to your house to convenience store, that's not notoriety or whatever it is. I never heard of that. Everyone's a fucking Man Dem. I can't control niggas.
Ain't trick or treat. I ain't here to fix it weave. I ain't heard of that.
So as much as, shout out Slim Thug. Right? So fucking at the end of the day, like I'm bothered by the slang, but what can I do? Like corny's gonna be corny now, bro. Don't fucking run with it. Like
okay, I like that we're now we're getting our just due, we're getting our attention abroad. I guess people are everything with everybody was looking for acceptance from Americans for some reason. So now that we finally crack that barrier.
I never understood why.
I never understood that either, but now that we're here and we're like a sought destination to go to and do work and see Gyal and everything, now that we have this power, it's like we're making ourselves look bad, I think. Like, it's too over the top. Like, I don't see New Yorkers making fucking videos like, yo, son, done. Nah, I mean, yo, we're hot. Like, they're not, that's just them. Like, the way they speak, certain New Yorkers coming from these areas, that's just how they speak. They know themselves.
And
it's
exactly
not a gimmick.
Exactly the point, because New York's big, right? So niggas from the Bronx and Brooklyn gonna be talking a certain way, but niggas that come from the upper side of Manhattan aren't trying to mimic that.
Exactly.
They're comfortable with the fact that, yo, I'm from Manhattan. I have a good lifestyle and this and that. Yo, I do appreciate this culture. I like this music and stuff like that. That's even like for me, bro. Like, yo, I have a very diverse group of friends. You know what I mean? Like, outside of my brothers. You know what I mean? Like, I got Asian brethren, I got white brethren, whatever the fuck it may be. And all those guys, why I identify with them? Because it's not my Asian brethren acting black. It's not my white brethren acting black. Yo, my Asian brethren acts Asian. I'm gonna go around a nigga, I'm gonna have to fucking get my hands steady and learn to use some chopsticks. You understand what I'm saying? I go to my white brethren, you know what I mean? We start fighting out, yo, Shota, I didn't know you fuck with Green Day and White Stripes, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's themselves. This day and age is not. Asian dudes are acting black. The white guys are blacker than the black kids. You know what I mean? Like, it's, and that's where you get this whole slang shit, because it becomes corny. You understand what I'm saying? So I flip that just like as I'm saying with hip hop, right? So Toronto niggas, the vast majority of them always wanted this recognition from American niggas. Fake the accents, friggin' buy all this counterfeit shit wherever from the bodega off of friggin' wherever in the States. Oh, I got this from the States, whatever, right? But now that we get all this attention and everyone's talking like the slang, it comes out fucking corny. That was a compromise, right?
Yeah.
Now that we got the attention, now the authenticity of this shit's been watered down. Just like hip-hop. Look how many years when we were listening to hip-hop and it was the rebellious music and culture, right? And the NWAs and the Public Enemies. Now look at hip-hop. Mainstream. Billion-dollar fucking enterprise. Look how corny hip-hop is now, bro.
Yeah, everybody wants to eat off of it.
Right? Niggas don't know who the fuck Wu-Tang is. Fucking guys wearing leggings. Fucking dudes. We don't, like, back in the day, because it's cool, like, have your opinion of a drug dealer, but don't have an opinion of a drug dealer and do drugs as a side recreation. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's be serious, right? So we come from a generation where, yeah, like, I'm not saying that we praise the dealers. Like, no, I'm not praising niggas selling drugs in fucking school parks and shit, but I more respect the fucking drug dealer than the drug user. Right? But this is the generation we're in now. Hip-hop has become so fucking successful. We've actually watched some of our OGs become living legends. The fucking Kareem Biggs, the Dashes, the Diddies, all these niggas primo, right? And while the culture has become so successful, now you want to fucking these Tekashi 6ix9ines, these NBA, I don't know, fucking Wu-Tang dummies, like all this fucking coordinates. That's the compromise, right? Like, we fucking came to a point where, yo, finally we're here, we're being noticed by all the wrong motherfuckers.
Exactly.
That didn't put no work
the
in.
fucking freckle face friggin', maybe whatever race you want to call kid, maybe soaking 70 pounds when he's wet. Acts like he's a hip-hop, but nah. And then at that point, we're getting to the point where what? You want to talk about the slang? The slang also comes with the N-word.
and that's when niggas get fuck
You
out.
know what I'm saying? Like, we already have to come to the term, like we were talking on one of these weeks before, is that, yo, like, Spanish people get the pass.
Yeah.
Because, like, black people are who they identify as.
Yeah.
And I took a long time. I was listening to Pun and Fat Joe all the time. Like, who the fuck told these guys they could say the N-word?
Yeah.
Already got over that. I know white kids shouldn't be saying that. I know brown kids shouldn't be saying that. I know anybody that's not black or like shouldn't be saying that. They say it though. Because everyone's hip-hop, everyone's slang.
The music's open the floodgates.
It's corny, bro.
It's floodgates to make it acceptable, but it's not.
I'm finding it super corny because when we came up to, like, people that we knew rapped or even, like, certain people you heard on the radio, one of my pet peeves are, like, things that I wanted to encourage people to do if you're rapping. I'm like, yo, bro, there's, like, a time where a lot of people had that Jay-Z flow.
The faster flow, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tempo.
Not like the Hawaiian Sophie hole, but, like, you know, like, Blueprint era Hov, I
Oh,
guess.
that
Like
Blueprint, yeah.
when he was like on top like that. So I felt like everybody's, trying to have that type of sound, try to sound like they're from New York, try to have a certain style. I'm like, yo, we're not. That's not authentic to us. Like, yo, use the words that we say in the streets in your music. That's what I always used to champion. But, yo, people will laugh it off. Like, yo, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear our slang. Yo, that's not going to make me bust. Even Drake, when he originally came out, he didn't. He's very slang heavy now. Not corny slang to me, but, like, now he incorporates it in his music. Yo, if you go to his back catalog, he was not saying any of our slang words in his music.
Wallahi, huh?
Wallahi Selassie.
And it's so super corny now. Like this guy.
Shout out Smiley, yo.
Well, yeah, it's so super corny now. Like it hurts me. Like we have the attention now, but it's like it's being misrepresented. Mm-hmm. Younger, as you said, like, or as I mentioned earlier, like how our slang derived is a lot of Jamaican, West Indian phrases and sayings that our parents grew up with, and it's incorporated with us living here in Canada, and we're of hip hop. So of course there's words that we've incorporated from hip hop music too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you said, if I go to like Square One, Whitby, I'm seeing white people, Asian people, brown people. They all have this West Indian slang, and it's coming off so forced. I feel like I can't even be myself because it's like I'm following the grain. I'm not like slang heavy, but we grew up like this is us. Like this is how we grew up. Like these type of words. Our podcast is called the Man Dem Podcast. Like this is something we grew up like. As Showtime said, we're referred to as the Man Dem. This is like this second nature. It's not
real name, no gimmicks. Word to Obi Trice.
We're not coming out here saying the Man Dem Podcast.
Let's put it politely. Yeah. And this is like this is facts. Sid never called his niggas the Man Dem. He didn't say, "Oh yeah, me and Showtime the Man Dem." No, he did a twist. No, your girl called us the fucking Man Dem, yo. Don't be cheesed, dog. That's all I'm saying. Like this is, the niggas like. Everyone can call himself the man. That's why I say shout out that niggas across the pond.
Yeah.
So, right? Niggas have a date, whatever, cool. Like, that's dope cool.
All love, no hate.
Yeah, right? But fuck all that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You guys want to run with slang by all means. Because at the end of the day, too, you know what I mean? It's like those things need to be tried, tested, and true at some point. You can talk all that fucking slang and sound like that, but yo, in a real life moment, that those things don't add up. The way you talk and how you actually are.
Exactly.
I mean, the night and day. You just talk like this because you think it fucking makes you sound cool or whatever it is, or what I mean, you fucking blend in within a social circle or some kind of type of cloud or notoriety.
You bust some merch, you download the album at midnight. People are feeling like they can talk however.
When it comes time, and I mean, like, pressure bust pipes, say, pressure makes diamonds, and I mean, you don't come out on the right side of that. You want to go back to be who you really are. And that's what I keep saying, like, you keep saying every week, everyone want to be a nigga, nobody want to be a nigga, right? Word. Everyone wants to talk that shit and act that way and dress like this and all that. But yo, pressure comes from that. Like, someone might just try to fucking pull your hand, pull a card out the deck, and it's a joker every time. Because you want to talk that slang. Don't talk like that if you're not like that. Don't talk like that if you go home to, like, everything that doesn't represent a struggle, or, the kids that talk like that. Maybe people are talking like that in these hoods and these Toronto community housing things and all that because they lack the range and vocab and the dictionary and all that, right? You're just dumbing yourself down to sound stupid because you think it's cool, right? Like,
but it's really not.
You're making a mockery out of someone's environment and bringing all that. Y'all relax on that.
Picking back, being fooled.
Toronto slang is cool to a degree and all that, but like as Sin said, like it's a weird thing now, right? And it came from being the screw-face capital. That's what I'm saying. Like, I got to see all these eras.
Yeah.
Screw-face capital, niggas pretending to be American, Caribbean on a weekend, all this shit. And now everyone wants to be, they're from Toronto. Every nigga that I never knew before, within my circle or whatever the case may not be. All you niggas traded in your Yankee hats for Blue Jay hats now. Y'all traded in all that shit for some One Love T.O. friggin' T. Shout out T-Rex. I mean, he fucking
shouts to-
let y'all niggas, I mean, jump on that wave, right? But
From T-Dot to the 6.
y'all relax, man. Yeah, y'all fucking relax with that slang shit because it's corny now at this point. And it's funny too because
It's overexposed.
something's gonna happen. It's like when you watch freaking Fresh Off the Boat when they're making those jeans and the grandma was stitching those jeans, and then
It's a sweatshop, yo. You're talking about.
and then the freaking principal bought the jeans. And then in that moment, niggas didn't want to wear the jeans anymore. It became washed and it was corny, right? This Toronto slang, all I was going to take is a real fucking bucket on Sherborne that we recorded on 6 Buzz or whatever. This motherfuckers had to look at themselves in the mirror like, yo, I sound like this.
Yeah.
I sound like this crackhead that looks like friggin' Bubbles and Kendrick.
The man's
freaking my boy from A Living Color, the one that friggin' David Wayne used to play.
Yo.
Right? Like I sound like this guy, but he looks like that. Exactly. So reevaluate your shit.
The way Show's making it seem is like it's, Dockers or Dickies, friggin' corduroys or khakis, yo.
Nah, it's out of hand now. It's out of hand. It's super corny.
Hey, and even like, yo, and it's so fucked up too, is like, you're just like walking in public, and you already know these kids, this generation of kids, they know they're talking loud. Let's be clear.
Yeah. They want you
they're
to
not
hear.
tone deaf or anything.
They want you to hear
But
the
what
conversation.
they're doing is that they're shading their nigga. Like, what's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with this buck T? Like, what's wrong with this
It's not
guy?
even a normal conversation
He's right
tone.
across from you, but you want everyone else to hear that shit in the A&W.
Put on a show, yeah.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
hyping. So
and that's
you
where
get
you
that
hear it
attention.
the most.
Yeah.
Because you're there, and obviously, like, you're not walking around with a hello, my name is, I'm from so-and-so, but you know you come from that area where the slang's from. But you got a bunch of Caucasian people here and everybody like that, and you know in their mind they're judging these kids.
Yeah, for sure.
And at that point, you cringe a little bit, like, I'm embarrassed to be black. You know what I mean? Why these guys so loud?
Keep ruining it for niggas.
Why they keep saying the same thing? But yo, what's wrong with this guy? Yo, what's wrong with him? Ask him, Rick, what's wrong with you, bro?
Just like that, in that tone, yeah.
It gets louder and louder, and it's a slang. And these people are like, what these kids talking about? Same one's playing music on their phones.
And there's no
Tone
code.
it
Like,
down.
There's no code. Like, even with the hip hop thing, not to go back to it, but it's like nobody checking anybody. So the man's in the areas using the slang, but it's just regular life. Yo, if you're some you young boys gotta check these guys that don't speak like that. Cause I know you guys notice it too. All of a sudden, people are starting to sound like I have to do a double take when people talk. Sometimes I'm like,
but you know what's so crazy too? I feel like that just comes off of comfort. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in areas where they've had their token black guy.
yeah,
Whether that be Burlington or wherever. That's the black guy. You just walk in being yourself. And that black guy probably fully knowing that, like you got away with this for so long out here. But yo, this is a real black guy, you know what I mean? So around the white people is like, yo, what up, bro? Yo, what's going on? And he sees you like, yo, is everything good? You know what I mean? Like, your approach changes.
yeah.
Because you know that,
Language
okay,
changes.
like, I can see through this shit. I can see through your gimmick. Like, you better just humble it or I'll expose it. You know what I mean? Like, when you really go to these areas where they're not really like that. But in regards to Toronto slang, like, it's a gift and a curse. Like, we wanted Toronto to be the new LA, New York, new Hollywood. Cool, congratulations. But now it's like,
Be yourself.
you want to call it the minority or making it look corny for the majority?
Be yourself, man, because we're making it look corny and corny.
It takes less work too.
Exactly.
Right.
You avoid less problems. So
Right? Facts on
that thing.
Just another gem brought to you by the Man Dem podcast. You're welcome.
Yeah, you get served up a idiot thing for that. All you motherfuckers that don't come from guys that try to talk like that, and then, you know what I mean, when things get dire, you try to go back to who you really are, you know what I mean? Just relax on that. More interesting, you know what I mean? MTV.
Yes. Where do we start?
Yo, last week we gave, our hearts were heavy.
Yeah.
Rest
Still
in
is.
peace, Aretha,
Queen,
the queen of soul.
She's left us with some great music, though. Let's be clear, like, and I'm glad, prior to what y'all gonna touch on, is that she got her accolades when she was alive, man. Like, we listed out a few of the awards and stuff. Like,
not everyone can
it's
say
not
that.
Somebody that didn't get their flowers when they can smell them. Like, it's one of the rare cases.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the hers, the Michaels, the Princes, the Whitneys, they got to see how everyone thought they were great. It was like a Mount Rushmore and stuff, right? But, like as you were saying last week, beautiful tribute.
A lovely, beautiful tribute that we did for Aretha Franklin.
And thank you, by the way, that everybody that commented and sent us messages about how they liked that episode, and we dedicated an episode to her, and rightfully so. So I'm really happy that everybody enjoyed that. That was straight from the heart.
So shouts to her, but in typical just news cycle fashion. Oh, and we also shouted out the Queen of Pop for her birthday.
That's funny. Same week, right?
Same week.
How could this possibly tie?
So do we get a collective idiot of the week ourselves?
Yo, maybe we did this.
I know.
I don't know. No, I'm not taking this for
Which
this.
one of you guys went to Scarborough?
Twist.
Yeah, this is beyond. Why you didn't go to the East, yo? You're bringing your crosses to the Man Dem.
I did, yo. I went across the wrong pond.
You did this shit, yo. We'll get in your ghetto pass, yo. We'll call in that boy, yo.
But I'm sure most people saw. I didn't watch the MTV Awards, but the music awards. But I'm sure everybody's heard by now. Madonna's tributes, air quotes.
Sorry, keep going. That's my jam, though.
I don't feel as erotic when I hear it now. I don't know. This kind of dampened my mood. But pause.
Saying like when you hear that queef for the first time. Anyways, continue.
Whoa, what's cool? Anyways.
This may not be.
I was supposed to be gone by 10 episodes.
It's supposed to be an Iron War past 10. And here we are.
That might be our special guest next week. But Madonna's lackluster tribute to the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, it was very self-centered, for lack of better words. I don't even know where to start. Okay,
you speak about what happened, and then I'll say what her response was.
Okay, so Madonna was responsible for doing a tribute to Aretha Franklin, and she was also presenting the award for
Video of the Year.
Video of the Year,
yeah.
I believe. First of all, that shouldn't really be coupled together. If you're gonna, I know they have their production times, and Aretha just passed, so short notice.
That's bullshit, though.
Cool. If you're not going to properly give a tribute to, this is not some regular artist.
No, exactly.
It's the Queen of Soul. This is the verified greatest singer to grace the earth
of all time.
You can't
that be Rolling Stone, Billboard.
Yes.
Check the
credentials. So
it's unanimous.
This is something you either do it all out, do it properly,
or don't do it at all.
Or don't do it at all. Don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Or just say, you know what, we are reserving, even somebody coming out and and acknowledging that she passed and saying we are reserving the respect for the Queen to do this properly at another time or something. I would have respected that. Boom. That's it. I guess they want to kill two birds with one stone. You have Madonna, Queen of Pop. So I guess have the Queen of Pop, have a tribute for the Queen of Soul. But in her tribute, she was talking about pretty much her experience trying to get into the music industry. And she was going to, or she sung a song, was it Respect? I think Natural Woman, for an audition or something. She didn't get she didn't get whatever she was auditioning for, but they brought her they brought her along to Paris to do some other work, and that's kind of how her career got started. Cool. You could have mentioned that very briefly, really focused on Aretha, her accolades.
Instead of making yourself the center of attention. As
what we did for about 40 minutes, just ran down her accolades, what she did, what she's done for music, everything she stood for, talk about her beautiful voice, and how we're going to miss her and pay her those type of respects.
She took in another direction.
You took a vast amount of time to just talk about your personal experience, coming up, trying to get into the game, and then you briefly touch on a song, of Aretha's that you sung. That was disgusting. And then on top of that, she presented the award. I forgot who it.
Camila Cabello.
Yeah, she won. And it's so, like, the juxtaposition of everything was so horrible because when she won, she's, like, bowing down to Madonna and she dedicated the award to Madonna. I'm like, you guys did you not just talk about Aretha Franklin, the greatest singer to grace the earth?
So,
nightmare scenario,
without even watching it, and, like, you guys are the ones that put me up on this. I got where all went wrong, and you can blame Madonna, but it's MTV's fault. Of course,
yes.
It's MTV's fault because Aretha's a queen of soul, Madonna's a queen of pop. Let's be clear; these are two queens.
Mm-hmm.
There's an indirect, not even a clash of power, but I mean, while we're celebrating a queen, there's a queen still alive. You understand what I'm saying? And her wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Like, obviously she shattered records and stuff like that, but I'm not really too into pop or like, oh my God, Madonna's a queen of pop. Like, Madonna's an OG. You understand what I'm saying? But she's a queen, and maybe you should have brought someone who's more of a fan of Aretha. Maybe a Jennifer Hudson or somebody like that. Maybe somebody more, like dumbed down from Madonna, like an Alicia Keys or something, to present that award. It would have been more genuine and would have connected better. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Madonna's Madonna. Like, of course, you don't get the whole pre-Madonna, right? Like, these kind of terminologies and stuff, like, they don't really stray too far from the truth. So it's MTV gets the idiotic for me for that, because they mean it even in saying that, and then they never really saw, like, okay, now all of a sudden she's presenting an award to somebody who, even that person's presented the award to, probably Madonna had more impact on her directly than Aretha did.
Yeah.
So that is backfiring. You got some stan. You know what I mean? Like, nah, boombaye. You know what I'm saying? So I'd say MTV fucked that up, just like when they freaking tried to make, what was it, the Hip Hop Awards VH1. One time they tried to make Lupe do a Tribe Called Quest tribute.
That's right.
And without even knowing.
Forgot about that,
and then even Rich Homie Quan doing Biggie,
the
right?
Rich Homie Quan was the
That's my point, right? It's like, yeah, that's sad. I'll do that shit word for word right now, on live on air. Get money, right? But my thing is this, is like, don't just do these things based off of somebody's name, and those two worlds don't really connect genuinely. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Madonna doing something for Aretha, that shouldn't have been it. You know what I mean? Like, you have other people that, you could have got a John Legend, somebody.
Yeah. Right,
where their music and the pain and the soul kind of, it goes hand in hand.
And entwines, yeah.
So there's been many ball drops before MTV's. It's MTV. So
and
I'd say just listen to what you guys been telling me even before we recorded it now, is that I blame MTV.
For sure.
Like, it shouldn't have been Madonna doing that, because Madonna is still Madonna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good or bad, whatever that means.
Yeah.
But she was just herself. And I guess everyone thought she was going to scale it back a bit. Nah, she doesn't know how to. So that wasn't really her thing to do.
And this was basically her response to the backlash, what she said. So basically she said, quote, "Just to clarify, I was asked to present Video of the Year by MTV. And then they asked me to share my anecdotes on how that I had in my career connected to Aretha Franklin. I shared a part of my journey and thanked Aretha for inspiring me along the way. I did not intend to do a tribute to her. That would be impossible in 2 minutes. With all the noise and tinsel of an award show, I can never do her justice in this context or environment. Unfortunately, most people have short attention spans and are so quick to judge. I love Aretha, RESPECT."
That's cool after the fact.
I respect her answer.
Yeah.
Because even so, it's like, again, right, don't be mad at Madonna.
Yeah.
Because, again, right, like, if MTV told she had 2 minutes, what can you do in 2 minutes?
Nothing. Next to nothing.
Exactly, right? So, MTV. Like, this is, everyone leave
Madonna
alone. Everyone leave Madonna alone. Like, Madonna was Madonna.
And I think the family, too.
And I like the way she was transparent with, you know what I mean? Like, they only present a video and then, oh yeah, by the way, let's just put this in here too, based off of who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hoping the home run would work. Swing for the fences and watch the ball go out the park.
Yeah.
No, you got to foul ball.
No, not in time constraints. Never works.
You got to foul ball for that. So, if anything, I blame MTV.
And Aretha Franklin, her family, I think they still thanked Madonna. They said they weren't mad at the tribute that she gave. So, I'm sure they're, forgiving
MTV
people.
could cancel one of these Teenage Mom episodes, or one of these Jersey Shores, or fucking, what's it? Bomber. I don't fucking know. They can cancel one of these friggin' time filler things they have.
Yes.
At least half an hour slot. Get some proper attention to Aretha. I mean, go into production from now. A little like 3-5 week
Right
thing.
that wrong.
And do that shit properly.
Right that wrong, please.
It was not going to get done in 2 minutes. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give Madonna a get out of jail free card for this one. 'Cause I don't. It's definitely MTV and other mentioned situations with Lupe and Chomi Kwan and other channels as well.
And once again, MTV being like super tone deaf and just appeasing to the lowest common denominator, and not really putting in the effort or actually understanding cultures. It's like they're just more reactionary than like understanding what's going on. I don't know if it's a gap in maybe you need to get new blood into these, corporate offices, maybe some people of color, a vast majority of people of color, not majority, but like at least an even playing field, a lot more women, like to avoid these type of problems. So that thing, MTV, straight, sounded like what's his name out here, Safari.
Oh God. And his hairline, or his former hairline.
I really wish that nigga was like Grenadian or Trini or something.
Nah.
Yeah, he's one of those Jamaicans that they pass a Dutchie too much to that nigga.
That's what Angel does, yo.
Well, we're talking about, the music industry and just the back end channels and the business side. The balance of power is getting popping properly with the genres and the genders. Shout out to NHL. Hayley Wickenheiser, has been hired by the Toronto Maple Leafs to help out with player development. And if you know anything about the NHL, it is 110% male hockey league. Professional sports. Professional sports league. And, all the jobs, whether it be top office, on the bench, like fitness coach and trainers, whatever it is, it's mostly males. So shout out to the Toronto Maple Leafs,
It's big things, man. That's a very good look.
Yeah, to Toronto, the dot. You understand what I'm saying? And just for the league, just to broaden the horizons and, shake it up a bit, make it more, because, you have females that are diehards in sports, You have females that know the NFL better than niggas. They know the NBA better than niggas and shit. But I don't, other than your real people that grew up in hockey households, you see very few women on their spare time watching the NHL. You understand?
They're usually watching it because there's someone in their family or their significant other.
Other sports have some incentives, whether it be the NFL and the NBA and maybe baseball to a degree, like homeboy that was dating Rihanna, Ken.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you have those kind of guys. But really in hockey, there's really none of those dudes. Maybe the last dude was Sean Avery. So badass dude. He's a sneakerhead too, by the way.
But, like the bad boys, like I
bad
guess.
Boys, or the NBA had an Iverson.
Yeah.
NBA had an Iverson. NFL has all these other.
They got Victor Oladipo because he can sing.
Yeah, right. So
NHL doesn't really have a lot of personality.
It's got a lot of toothless, bearded men.
They don't have like Ovechkin. Ovechkin is like a personality that I like.
Also, homeboy
Subban has that charisma. Like those guys have charisma. Like very few guys in the NHL, unfortunately. Like
Crosby's a golden child.
Yeah, he gets.
But it's far and few between, though.
He gets the
crown. He scored the freaking winning goal in the Olympics.
He gets the crown.
He's the man. But shout out to NHL. I like the progressive thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the NHL wasn't the first to do it. Shout out to Pop. San Antonio. You know what I mean? Because they already did that with Becky Hammond, you know what I mean? She was the first to do that. And they even let it be known she was really going to do it. Because even before they hired her directly onto the staff, she coached the Summer League in Vegas.
That's right.
And they won a championship.
They did.
Right? And then also back to the border, because we're 2 for 3 with these progressive movements, you know what I mean? Tamara Tatham.
Shout out
with the
Bryant.
Raptor 905.
Wicked.
You know what I mean? So shout out to the women making progressive strides in male dominated, industries and sports. Salute and, and then even, shout out to, what's that girl's name, man? The one that is working with Taj and X. Karena
Evans.
Shout out her, man.
She's knocking it out the park.
But
she's knocking out the park.
Her resume involves God's plan, nice for what, and in my feelings.
And remember this, Drake has notoriously been horrible
For
with
music videos.
They've been all
I
over the
had this
place.
conversation yesterday with somebody. I mean, I was just thinking about it. I'm like, yo, like, this is dope.
All it takes is the right vision and the right storyteller.
Because, like, even when you saw friggin' Best I Ever Had, we call that Breast I Ever Had. Because we thought, like, yo, Kanye's trying to
Rosa
sabotage
Acosta.
it. I thought Kanye was trying to sabotage the dude.
He was trying to sabotage him from then.
Then you saw Over. Like, why is this guy never looking at the fucking camera? then you saw the one on the scene tower. What's that one? They Know.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it was
And then inside the Sky Dome headlines, right?
the same one.
Yeah,
Same
headlines.
song,
My bad,
right?
yeah.
But like, this is a crazy level up.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And even for what she's doing, right? I like these kind of moves, right? Because I keep hearing about things, male, this, and you know what I mean? There's no equality, there's no balance, you know, females get paid less than their male co-workers, whatever. Like, that's not, that can't be it. You know what I mean? So definitely shout out to that. And also another random thing. Yo, let's talk about the 90s, right? You had freaking Lady Rage, Angie Martinez, but I'm saying naming all these women that were able to collaborate on posse cuts. You have Ladies Night, right? You have like a bunch of these bangers, right?
Yeah.
Freaking Total, I Don't Need No One Else But You. You have Da Brat, Foxy Brown, and Lil' Kim on the track.
Yeah.
Why can't that happen now?
Because everybody thinks they're
I'm
top
talking about
dog.
in the prime too, not Remy Ma going back for Lil' Kim and stuff like that. Why can't you hear Remy, Nicki, Cardi B, and all these girls? Because I heard these girls in the prime collaborating with each other.
Yeah. And even too, if you watch some of these videos like Get Money, even Missy Elliott, what's it called? Sock It To Me. Like, even like Mary J. Blige. would
Brandy,
make a
I Want to Be
video.
Down remix.
Like, even if they're
That's a good
not
one, too.
on the track, like, women would be in the like you'd see the R&B artists chilling with some of the rappers or other singers, and they're in the
Missy's
videos
video.
together. You know what I mean? Like, I miss that. So to your question, I have absolutely no idea why it's turned to this like doggy dog. I'm not fucking with any other women in this industry. I gotta be the queen.
It's weird, man.
Queen. Speaking of queen.
And we ain't talking about the rock band.
Queen. Yeah, we're not talking about the rock band.
Before we get
Queen
to
of
the
Soul.
fuckery, you know what I mean? I want to just talk about
But-
that same girl, like Karena Evans and all that. Is like,
Yeah.
they definitely need more of that. You understand what I'm saying? Because even what she's doing isn't blocking anybody. I think what she's doing is lighting a fire under other females to come up. You know what I mean? And like, again, right, like, even like in hip hop, yeah, it's such a male heavy industry. You know what I mean? Like, for the few females that people are classifying as dope, like, why wouldn't you want to collaborate? Why wouldn't I want to bring my fan base into your fan base and vice versa?
Yeah.
Right? And that's a good look, especially if the collaboration comes out dope. You understand what I'm saying? But it's this whole taking my spot and position. As I was saying, like, why is anyone mad at Madonna? Like, she's just a queen. She's like, she's been like, she's a diva in her own right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So even if she did it like in a bad intent, like, that was MTV's thing, right? But these women now, they're just on this whole like, it's like they feel like their positions are threatened. You know what I mean? Because I do feel like, you know, certain people, and again, I don't like Cardi B. Like, I don't know anything other than Bodak, whatever the one that was when
Her big song.
Homeboy, even like you saw
Easy?
corny dudes fucking standing.
Oh,
on the bar and
that was
shit.
Bodak, yo.
Bodak. And then I know she freaking took Juicy J's flow on thing.
Yeah.
And she has that song about that Spanish one. Na, na, na,
Like
na,
it,
na,
I like it like that.
whatever, right? I don't listen to
The
it.
Bad Bunny.
I don't listen to it.
She bad.
But
I like the song.
YG? Yeah.
I feel like, you know, motherfuckers were blocking her from, you know, getting the success and being able to change your life because they felt their position was threatened. Now we can talk about the fucker.
Yeah, so going with that
Killer
point, like,
Queen.
I really, to be honest, I don't understand
Y'all stop sampling big too.
the mentality.
Dun, dun,
But
dun,
Nicki Minaj, like, it's funny, that we're having this conversation about this women equality. Nicki Minaj, like, Twiz, do you even like what's going on? Like,
Meltdown City, my friend.
yo, this girl sold
She melted down when she ran King Kong with King Kong 4 fucking times. Y'all let that slide. This is King Kong. Is this King Kong? It is King Kong. I got a dick. Like, what the fuck?
And she had the nerve to have Raiden backup dancers.
Okay, like, he was just saying the stupidest shit. Like, King, I don't know, man. It's funny too, because it's also the conspiracy of her having a ghostwriter. It's just like, yo, she just declined. So even if she is writing her own shit, the declining and the timing of it sucks. It seems like, yo, once homeboy with the stencil hairline
straight.
Yeah.
I know that.
Straight.
That's what he says. He says that?
Straight.
Oh boy.
That's why they fucking threw bottles at him at that shit.
Suspect niggas don't come outside.
That freaking
at the
ballpark.
park. Yeah, Dykeman, they
What fuck kind of thing is that?
threw raw food at this guy.
Suspects niggas don't come outside.
I just threw fucking lettuce at his bitch ass. So. Sorry.
But yeah, Nicki, like, so it's okay. So she clearly, you know, she dropped her album Queen,
which came out to mediocre first week numbers.
It wasn't. Yo, that wasn't mediocre to me. Yo, she did. I think they rounded up. So she was saying she sold over 200K, but I think it was like
that's horrible.
No, for nowadays.
Yeah.
Nobody does. It's not like. Yo, it's hard to break like 200,000 first week.
That's horrible.
You have to be a superstar to do that.
Are you going off what? Are you talking about physical, or are you talking about streaming numbers?
Isn't she the number one female in the game?
She is.
Yeah, but
she Beyonce.
What did I don't even think the Carters did that. Like now, I know the metric we used to go by, but yo, that is
different
good.
Though, because the Carter was a midnight drop.
Everything is love.
Real surprise drops, right? No one knew the project was coming.
And she pushed this back too. This album released date.
Everyone knew this album was coming. No?
Yeah, but then she pushed it back, but then she just randomly kind of, to me, just dropped it.
Because I think one of the reasons why is because there's a song on there they're having trouble getting clearance for is called Sorry.
Tracy.
That
so what was the number one?
Travis
Scott.
The second week.
What did he do?
I don't remember his numbers. I think it was...
Pull them up and see.
Yeah.
Please.
But yeah, Astroworld.
He was number one. So first of all, I still think those numbers for Nicki first week, it's just first week too.
But those are like CD, like physical album sale, great, going to 250,000 numbers. In this digital era, that's kind of horrible.
No,
and that's probably coming really because of streams.
I still don't think that's horrible. I still don't think that's horrible. I think that's really good for her stage in the game.
What's her stage? She's not.
I don't think.
Top spot?
I don't think she's okay. She's
so
top.
I got the numbers. So Queen did just shy of 200,000 units. Did 185.
Horrible.
Astroworld did 205,000 units.
Explain that
for the second week.
Explain that. Someone explain that. Travis is not on Nicki's level. Like, well, thing. I mean, other than I know, I saw that dude on Kimmel or something.
Yeah.
That dude fucking throws a live show.
I've seen him live. I know how he gets down.
It's crazy.
Take that aside. Nicki Minaj is fucking Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
And what am I gonna pretend? This bitch hasn't been on Ellen. She hasn't been here. She hasn't been everywhere. She hasn't. She's done 500,000, 700,000.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want to talk about the decline. I can't even say that because her and Drake came out at the same time. No?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Out of that Young Money umbrella, yeah.
His shit's not declining. Or rather, it should be. I'm saying it should be. From 2009, Thank Me Later came out 2010.
2009. 10, yeah. No, you're right, 2009.
One of those, okay?
Yeah.
It's been almost 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
You usually have a changing of the guard, right?
Yeah.
No, now this guy's making billion and new platinum. It is that I'm saying, and that's streaming a lot of that. Let's be clear. You're not selling a billion physical albums, 50, 100 streams, but that goes to show you how heavy in rotation he is.
Yep.
180,000 in the opening week for an album for someone that was in their position.
Of her stature, yeah.
That to me would be cool for somebody that is coming out with a debut album, maybe when French did Pop That. Those would have been stable numbers for me. That's dope. You have the machine behind you. This song has this is the song of the summer, whatever. Nicki Minaj doing
185,000.
What? And that's not. And then when you think about the 2 cent, that's not even album sales in this day and age.
Yeah, it's not physical.
A lot of those are streams too.
Yeah.
So how much does she actually sell physically?
That no,
Maybe
I don't
90.
think that. I don't think that. No way that could be. I don't think that's streams.
No, that has to be physical units.
I think it's physical units.
Yeah.
But they added.
Because
I
I think there's
they added together.
it's muddy, but okay. So for instance, Travis Scott, what Nicki Minaj is griping about for some odd reason is she said he packaged what was it, his merch.
Well, yeah, like every day he would have like a 24-hour merch bundle that would sell out. Then he would refresh it with a new one.
And like I think he was bundling his concert.
And then she wants to say
sales.
Kylie Jenner is helping with the pushing of his tour tickets and
So
all
there's-
hold on. She really said all this?
She's making excuses
She,
about all that.
okay,
Yeah.
by the way, she has a show on Apple Music,
Queen Radio.
Queen Radio.
Yeah.
So now she has a platform to let certain things off of her chest. So we have to have like a numbers probably discussion, like another episode, because I feel like it gets muddy. But apparent from what my understanding of when I'm listening to a lot of these shows, my understanding for a lot of these shows is when you. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. For streams,
It's okay, Sin. It's been a long week.
yeah, like the digital streaming era, like going say 200,000 or 300,000 now is actually good, especially if you don't have a hit single leading into it. So like, for instance, I guess with Drake and God's Plan and stuff like that. Before he released the album, he dropped that single. Whatever streams he got from that single, now that he put it on the album, it like almost transfers into album. Like it technically relates to album sales.
1,500 streams equals one download.
Yeah.
1,500 times one song gets played, that equates to someone downloading your album once.
Yeah.
Now, to come to your point, I'm going to bring up someone that's in a complete different realm and say, check J. Cole's last 2 albums opening weeks. I just want to know for my own curiosity. I'm not going to justify it. I'm not making no excuse for Nicki Minaj.
Because that would mean units. Okay, so that would mean if it's 200,000, say, units, that would mean it's not, clearly that's not 200,000 streams.
What do you mean?
It would be like a vast majority of the streams
those numbers,
that translates
they've done it
into
before
that.
too. Like they break it down too because someone else did that, and then they said, yeah, like in regards to like saying how many sales it has, like they break down the percentage. So like in these numbers, 60% of that was actual sales, and it's true because you do have to.
You have to
1,500 means someone physically owns your album, right? So 1,500 people played a song. That equates to someone owning the album. Not even if that means one song. Not even if someone heard the other 16, 70 songs on the album.
Yeah.
They're equating that as to us downloading.
So that means like clearly her streams are like she has a lot of streams. It just
he for KOD, the last album he came out with, he did 215,000 in streaming equivalent album units, which is the third highest tally in history, but also with 174,000 in traditional album sales, second only to Justin Timberlake's Man of the Woods among 2018 albums.
Last album, but before that. I'm just trying to say, Nicki Minaj is something.
My eyes only.
I think it's something.
For your eyes only.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just something where the disconnect's there. Maybe people are just tired of her.
Fuck the numbers. Fuck the numbers though.
Yeah.
So anyways, so Travis Scott's number one. He's using a method that a lot of people
with merch and ticket.
Taylor Swift's done it. For sure. I think Justin Timberlake's done it as well.
Smart though.
Like artists are doing it. So there's nothing wrong with that because if you're bundling it with say merch or ticket sales, now it's streaming nowadays. So I have nothing physically that I own from this project. If I'm gonna spend my money, it's good to have a product. So if you bundle a T-shirt with the album,
keep going.
If you bundle a T-shirt with the album, like that's not cheating technically. It's like
you're giving the fan more for their value.
I'm getting something with the music.
They're getting a return.
Just like when you used to get the booklet, the CD, like it's physical. Like
can I just ask, what was the point of her saying all this?
Because she was number 2.
So Nicki Minaj has her own fucking alcohol
mix or something.
Moscato or whatever, right?
She sold
freaking glam and beauty products, right?
The Beats pill line.
the Beats pill, right? What the fuck is she complaining about? Her timing?
She's number 2.
Well, I'm saying like she has other things.
I'm top 2, but she is 2.
Right? Yeah, like I don't want to hear that.
She wanted to be number 1. I think
sounds like pocket watching. Well, then her label should have did that. Like they based off of his hype and momentum and the machine he has behind him, and the fact that people are actually anticipating that shit.
Yeah.
It should have maybe made her shit go a week earlier or a week later.
I think she hated on Spotify because when Drake came out with Scorpion, I think every playlist or whatever had the artwork for Scorpion like in all the playlists, and like when you open the app, like that's the first thing you see. So she brought that up. She's saying Travis Scott cheated with the bundling, and then she's like she got mad at Kylie,
saying she's helped with the ticket sales because of all her followers.
Ticket sales, so that's cheating.
They even avoided each other on the red carpet for the MTV Awards. They arrived at the same time. She went the next way.
She wasn't gonna fucking
she
could have Hannah Montana her. That's Young Miley. What's good?
Yeah, like, and then mention I think their baby Stormy. Like, yo, that's Travis's baby moms. You don't think she's gonna? She's yes, a popular figure. Of course, she's gonna tweet out her baby father.
It would look odd if she didn't.
Like, that doesn't even make sense. How can you get mad at a girl for holding down her man? Like,
Safari should have held you down and me.
What other bullshit she said? Because that shit's just weird to me.
So she gave him the hater of
gave her his manager the cocksucker of the day award.
Who?
Travis Scott's manager. She said that out of her mouth.
Listen, I'm just as confused as you. I'm just as confused. I don't know what her gripe is, because apparently all she had was what Chun-Li was a cool song. It wasn't like a smash hit. It wasn't like a super duper
Barbie
smash
Things
hit.
just fell flat.
Barbie Things was whatever. You don't have.
What was the next song?
Barbie Things.
Huh?
Barbie Things.
When she came out with that 2-pack, remember? Barbie Things and Chun-Li. It was 2 songs.
I heard Chun-Li.
And Barbie Things was the other song. See, the fact that you didn't even know about it just shows.
That was a standout one? Not Chun-Li?
No, Chun-Li.
Chun-Li was.
I heard that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I heard her jumping on the fucking the Biggie Dream.
That's on the actual album. That's called.
Don't ever do that shit. Fuck, sorry, can you tech? I'm sorry, I'll stop sampling these motherfuckers.
So, still to me, okay, whatever.
Have you listened to the album?
I didn't listen to it yet.
Okay.
So, from my understanding, like, yo, you still did pretty well the first week. Travis Scott, it's just a change of guard. Nick, you've been in the game for a long time. Yo, you're to me, I don't know, the fans you cater to.
Nicki Minaj is getting 50 Cent.
Yeah, the fans you cater to, you're getting older. Your fans are growing with you. That original ratchetness that probably people love. People are getting older. The younger fans probably don't really relate to you as much anymore. Like Cardi B's taking that young, quote unquote, ratchet wave too. I guess that's her gripe with, she's losing that top spot. But that's just the peaks and valleys of being an artist. Like, yo, you can't be number one forever. Like, the decline is here.
That's a lie.
Who's number?
Drake. And I don't know why, nigga. Mm-hmm. I thought when he ran into Pusha Thanos, no, this guy doesn't billion fucking. Yeah.
But he's like, those are like
the
those
Messiah. I don't know.
Yeah, those rare people like.
But that was a class that she was in. So she did something with her team, or something just changed.
I feel like
it was female was Nicki. And male was Drake, even to the point where I was like, yo, they'd be a perfect couple.
Yeah.
They're both fucking head of the game.
And Young Money affiliated.
But he's still Drake, and
I don't know if is she alienating her fan? Maybe she alienating herself from, as we're talking about, women, like her not being willing,
50 Cent,
like open to working with other female artists. the beef with Lil' Kim.
50 Cent didn't collaborate with nobody outside of G-Unit other than Snoop and them dudes in the prime of G-Unit.
True, yeah.
And then after when he got freaking blamed for killing New York rap, it's okay, I gotta put out these fires now.
Yeah.
So boom, like I'm cool with D-Block, I'm cool with these dudes now. I work with outside people now. Mm-hmm. And then the last thing was him and Fat Joe squashing the beef. But in his prime, it was G-Unit. And then now look at it. Like,
it's hard to sustain that for a long time, right? So then, I guess Nicki unwilling to, really put other women on. Then I think what really worried her and probably has her in the state where she feels like she has to talk about all her accolades. If you ever been on Nicki Minaj's Instagram, it's like almost like a calculus fucking problem or equation I'm seeing. Every day she's breaking down some mysterious numbers of her do the highest billboard this for a female. Like, I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about half the time. But I think when she really got scared and threatened was that Remy Sheether. I think that really made her frazzled.
It sounds like Story of Adian.
That shit was odd too.
I think she got frazzled because now people questioned her. Well, her pen was getting questioned because people were saying
she was using a pink highlight marker.
Oh my god! People were saying Safari wrote for her, but apparently that wasn't the case. She writes everything. But yo, when Remy gave you the Sheether, now people kind of looked at you, put that little asterisk, like, oh, yo, you're not the nicest rapper. Yeah, you're a pop artist. You're a pop artist. You're big in that realm. But yo, when it comes to this rap shit, yo, you're not that hard. I think that's when people kind of.
Because there's really no female rappers at the time to really combat what she was doing and putting out.
The chick in the
bad,
armor.
like for like a good 5+ years, I'm gonna say, when they had like the best female rap category. I'm like, why does this category exist?
Yeah,
it's a joke. Yeah,
like you're putting 2-3 names in there we've never heard about.
Yeah,
you found these motherfuckers from the UK or something, right? And then Nicki Minaj is in there. Really? How did she not win this category?
Just give her the award.
Every fucking year. And then what was she doing? Oh my god, I'm so surprised. Like, I never take this award for granted. Really? Just cut the humble shit. You're gonna fucking win.
Yeah.
Like, there was no one to compete with. Now you have now Remy came back swinging. I mean, shout out to Joe with that assist, right?
Cardi.
And then
Cardi kind of took that audience too. That's what I'm saying too. So the combination of Remy, wow, you got hit with the Sheether, damn. Now Cardi just blew up out of nowhere. Bodak Yellow.
And then I got even females that, I wanna thank you. I always do this. And a couple weeks ago he's doing this shit.
Yeah. And before you get to your next point, I definitely don't want to miss this, because this is, out of all the stuff she said this week, this is the one that damn near fucking made me fall off my chair. Your Barbie, to the fans that support this woman, she compared herself and called herself the new Harriet Tubman. And as black people...
In what context?
Well, I'm going to read it to you. This is a tweet that she made. So, all the queens I remember shook shit up. Queen of the week may go to Harriet Tubman. Had she just sat there and ate her rice, you niggas' history would have been a lot less triumphant. Y'all had no idea Harriet Tubman was now trending. I said that what I said. She said on Queen Radio, we'll honor her tomorrow. She said she could have rescued more slaves and they known they were slaves. I fought for streaming services to count toward Billboard when a whole lot of niggas stayed quiet. So that's what she's comparing. Streaming services to a slave comparison. The juxtaposition,
so,
like what in the actual fuck?
I didn't even know that happened, but how's she not reminding you motherfuckers of Kanye?
Right? How is she not?
Like, the cries for attention are there. When we going on tours, going on them rants, this nigga used to come out 4 minutes, do a song, rant for 40 minutes and walk out the stage. They motherfuckers paid concert money. And the whole, Jay, I know you got killers, Jay. I mean, like, this sounds like what she's going through.
Yeah.
I think she's having the breakdown right now.
The
fact that she had to get Queen Radio, I think is just, it's not even to me you're premiering all this new shit and like putting other people on right now.
It's me.
Right now it's just like you're going on to rant. Like you just made a place for you to be comfortable where you could just rant all day.
This goes full circle on everything we're talking about being corny, because she still has an ear.
Yes.
But it's not her genuine hip-hop fan. It's the fucking kid that lives in the burbs and shit, right? That, oh my God, Nicki Minaj is this, Nicki Minaj is that, right? Like, that's the person that will never fail her as a fan. But her core that came in with the bars and shit is even probably still hanging around when she had that track with freaking Cam and Ross. I am your leader, whatever that track. I mean, they're gone. To Remy, Rhapsody, hopefully not Cardi B. Please, y'all don't do that. You know what I mean? Unless she's spitting some fire. What I've heard is, but yeah, man, she sounds very Kanye-esque.
Right.
You can compare the Harriet Tubman thing to slavery being a choice. You know what I mean? That kind of outlandish shit, amongst other things, right? She seems like she's taking the mental health spiral.
Yeah. Because apparently, like, the rumor is too. I don't. This is alleged. She's like heavily on certain pills too, and also
Pills and potions.
Also, this is my scary thing. Like when these artists come out, like I like Cardi B for transparency. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Cardi B, but I just like
but you know
that
where you
she's
get
herself, and hopefully she could maneuver in this industry where she could, just still naturally just be herself. But like when you're somebody like Nicki and you favor yourself over Barbie, like perfection, that image, like Barbie's perfect, she always gets the whatever she wants, blah blah blah. Like
Barbie's
eventually,
also plastic and doesn't have a vagina.
Yeah.
My sister has a bunch of them.
Oh my goodness.
so I think it's like gets your head. It gets your head eventually, right? Like
That's right.
This whole persona, I feel like, is hitting a crossroad now because now that you're, a veteran in the game, it's natural progression. Like, of course, you're gonna, start to fizzle out. Like Drake has to fizzle out eventually. Like, it's just inevitable. It doesn't seem like it now, but
gotta put the extinguishers to that flame.
It's just inevitable. So Nicki, I think, is reaching this crossroad, and it's unfamiliar.
She's not acceptable of it. Yeah.
Territory.
Yeah.
And she's sounding like a little rotten brat.
And she looks like a brat, though, literally.
But there's more outlandish shit you guys said. Didn't she say something about Safari too?
Yeah, she was basically talking about how they started before she met Gucci Man, that they were in a group. And this is on the Funk Flex interview because her and Funk Flex squashed their differences and they had like an hour-long interview. And she's so petty because he brought up Safari and he kept talking about her pen. Yo, I'm a slap Sid. But yeah, she questioned.
That's a nigga too. I don't know what's wrong with Flex, man. He's like weird OG, bro.
He is definitely.
We need a separate Flex conversation.
Yeah, well, I'm not spending much time on him, but basically he had asked her about Safari, talking about how he wrote a lot of her early raps and stuff like that, and she basically speakerphoned the other guy that was in the trio in the group that they made up for confirmation, and he was talking live on air saying, nah, he was not like nice like that. He didn't even know how to rap. If anything, he was our hype man. And that was left at that.
From everybody ran with the narrative that Safari wrote her rhymes. I don't think I've ever heard Safari actually say he wrote her rhymes.
But did you ever hear Quentin Miller rap before all those claims were made about Drake?
I've never heard him rap before.
Not till after.
Yeah, but like, so she's killing. She's killing him. She's killing Safari. I don't even think Safari put that out there. Like, and I don't even. I have to go back and do thorough research. But from what I've seen, I don't really recall him saying he wrote her rhymes. He might have said he worked. They worked together.
She's in her feelings.
So she deaded that whole thing, like saying nobody's ever wrote my rhymes.
Here,
cool, that's cool.
Let's just say something crazy right now. Sid loves a freckle-faced catty from Scarborough. False claim, right? He knows it's false.
Well, there might be a bad thing in Scarborough still.
You know it's false.
that might be an Instagram handle.
You know it's false.
Freckle-faced
it's being
catty.
recorded on audio. You know it's false though.
Yeah.
What makes you have to come out of your character and pick up a phone and put someone on speaker to verify that I'm lying on you? It's false. She went way too hard to defend herself.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
That's exactly where my mind's at when I was watching the interview.
It's just
insecurity.
It's too much and good because
insecure. No Issa Rae.
Because a lot of these people, that bitch is bad. I fucking
okay.
Calm
down.
Lovely Nubian queen.
I want to Issa Rae.
We'll duke it up for that. Put him up.
You're a writer, bro. Good luck with that. I'm moving.
But yeah, I don't know. Nicki's meltdown probably will continue. There's nothing I don't think she hasn't done yet.
I think it's super corny.
But for all you guys are seeing, right? And then even I don't know with Kanye, it seems like he went backwards because I feel like Kanye, Polo, Louis knapsack, that was cocky Kanye. Mm-hmm. I don't believe it now, right? But maybe Nicki just came in the game with the artificial confidence.
Yeah.
Barbie.
Right? But essentially, it wasn't even her. She really think about it. She just reinvented Little Kim a bunch of times. The colored wigs, all that shit, right? And
the
now
multiple personalities.
And now, I mean, all that shit's like you can't do that no more, really, right? It's kind of a played out gimmick. now we're seeing who she is. Maybe she's always been insecure.
Oh yeah.
Maybe these things have always been her, but like when the lights were gleaming and all the attention was on her, like anything she said, you hung on to her every word because this is the bitch right now. This is the queen bitch, right? But now you're seeing her, and maybe she does have doubts about certain things. She does get a second place ribbon or participation award. She wants to justify why that person came first. Maybe she's always been that. Maybe she's always been a sore loser.
Yeah.
She just hasn't lost in a while. You understand what I'm saying? But
now the world's getting to see her lose, and she's continuously, to me, taking L's. I feel like she's making the L linger. You know what I mean? So
I think I think at some point, maybe the next outburst or, knock on wood, but I don't know, someone's going to try to make this a mental health thing.
I see it already. It's starting already. Yeah.
That's what they want. They want to chalk everything up to that.
The pills, like the rumor of pills.
But even so, because I might see some truth in it, right? Because like
the multiple personalities.
I honestly I never really
even the waterworks on the Apple Radio interview with Zane Lowe when they're saying with the Cardi B and her differences all the way back to that too.
Migos sabotage
on motorsport, yeah.
Yeah, so with Nicki, like the whole mental health, it's like, I don't know, man, because at that point, it's like, I don't think people feel sorry for people when you see the spiral coming and you feel like it's just because of too much power and, and too much fame. Like, when she was coming into the game and, her earlier years, she was more heavily cheered for and, she wasn't the villain. But I think it's just through the course of her success and the not upbringing and, like trying to block other females coming into the game and then having her position threatened, like you're watching her spiral, like you're watching it live and in living color. But I don't know, man. Like I don't know, man. Always, you always gotta never forget your humble setting. So maybe this is just a time for her to evaluate everything and just reset, as opposed to trying to deflect it and, as you guys are saying, just add this new platform so she can just get at people, right? Like it's weird to me.
Yeah, she needs to regroup. I don't know, having that platform, it doesn't really seem genuine, like she's trying to push music or actually put people onto new types of music. It just seems like a mouthpiece. I don't know, it's sad to see. She's talented. She doesn't really need to do this. Like, I know it might be a weird transitioning period. Like, yeah, maybe, you're not on top anymore, but that's just inevitable. Like, that happens in the industry. Like, and you're still
fall from grace.
Yeah, and she's still doing well to me. Like, just because you're number 2 to Travis Scott, like, I don't know, that's good. That's still good out here. Like, it's not a defeat. Just count your blessings. At least you're in this game, still doing it at a high level. Just appreciate your fans. Try to maybe focus more on your core fans. Don't get lost in the sauce, because all these antics and stuff, personally, it's making me not want to even listen to the album. I just feel like, I don't know, I feel disconnected now. Like, I was gonna give it a chance. I'm not really a big Nicki album guy, but I was actually gonna give this a chance just to hear it, because Chun-Li excited me, but I don't know, all this antics and all this bullshit, like
all the theatrics,
yeah, it's turning me off.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, in her mind, she might just take this as an L for whatever reason. It's not, number 2 is still a good position to be. She's still got to have her core fans and followers. That's inevitable. But definitely, I think with the way she's behaved this past week, she definitely lost some. And that's not just because, fans are getting older and maybe not relating to her music per se, but, like, not everybody is pro everything she says, you know what I mean? There's a lot of wrongs that she said with some of her bold-faced statements. So, she's just going to have to reap the consequences and then, just move along, right? Like, so, and she learns from it or she don't. So that's just this thing called life. It's bigger than music at this point, and she'll figure it out, or her team or her management will. So, I think this will just be another footnote. This kind of next week, no one's really going to be talking about it. unless she says something else crazy, then, you know.
Man, fuck all that. Just put out some good music, yo, so we have some music to fall back on, yo. That's the cure for everything to me, yo.
That's
Just
the name
have
of the game, yeah.
Just have that good product, yo. Just get everybody right back.
Yeah, and I mean, even just to like wrap up, it's just also, it's like, if these things and these outbursts and these chain of events have anything to do with, you know what I mean, not being in the right state of mind, or, you know, being assisted by recreational drugs or something of the sort, it's like, yo, just fall back and like just have people around you that could tell you jumping out the window when you're about to say something you're gonna have to explain later, right? Like, you do something right once, you don't have to do it a second time. So just in regards to being in your feelings and in the moment and just going off a raw emotion and then just, you know what I mean, artificial confidence through drugs and shit, like those aren't the things that when you be speaking publicly and then giving opinions on, when they're not coming from a well thought out place. So someone like her that's in media, and I mean, you'd think that someone gave her those one-on-ones prior, which they probably did, but when you're on a pedestal and you really feel like nothing can actually bring you down, you know, these moments are probably humbling for her. So hopefully you don't have to talk about Nicki Minaj again and then being threading the idiot thing that, you know what I mean, in regards to just behavior and just the spiral out of control. Like, I'm pretty sure that if she does have the right people around her, they can just help her check herself and hit reset. And, you know what I mean, just, I don't know, whether connect back with your core fans or just find a way to recreate yourself, man. You did Starships and all this other weird shit, right? So, you know, that shouldn't be too hard to do. Understand what I'm saying?
Valid points.
Yeah, man. But shout out to Lock It In for another week. You know, Nicki Minaj, get it together. Madonna, I ain't mad at you, man. Fuck. You know what I mean? MTV gets the idiot thing of the week for that all day, every day. I mean, you know, like, Big Bang, finally, thank you for knowing when it's time to close the door on that. A lot of shows.
Hope Walking Dead can follow suit.
A lot of shows don't know when to forget, you know, call it an end. You know what I mean? And shout out to everyone celebrating a birthday, whether that's Cole, Fat Joe, or the Jizza. And shout out to all the women making the beautiful strides in, you know, predominantly male professions, you know what I mean?
And contrary to popular belief, it's still Leo season. It ain't over.
Leo, Virgo, whatever, man. It's the end of the year, and I mean, no one cares. Man Dem Podcast. Thank you for locking in. Stay safe. Toronto strong. Danforth strong. I'm probably doing the podcast next week by myself. Just based off of the things that y'all have heard in this past episode said by Twist and Sincere.
Straight.
So, you know, I might just be playing like some friggin' Barry White.
You'd be like James McAvoy's.
I might just got some Barry White. And, you know what I mean, a little scented candle burning. And this might be my voice you hear next week. And you're going to have to just lock into that little vibe with me because these niggas are writing themselves off by the moment. Man Dem Podcast, West End, all day, every
Love
day.
and blessings to Toronto and the world.
You know what it is.